So peace YouTube world, man. We right here in front of the Cape Coast Dungeon, all right? I know some people like to refer to it as a castle, but a castle is like a royal, you know what I mean, like a royal connotation. But nah, fire blaze that. Our people suffered here, you know, mercilessly, you know what I mean, like in the most dehumanizing way, okay, family? So right now, we are in the My Natural Roots tour, all right, family? And look, make sure that y'all shoot me an email to my Gmail, mynaturalroots@gmail.com. If you want to be on the next tour will be May 2023. All right, May 2023, and we going true, okay? And we actually gonna have some new little packages coming the more that we travel, so that we can switch it up, all right? But right now, Cape Coast, Volta, Accra, okay? Right now we're in Cape Coast, so we're gonna go through the dungeon, family. We're just waiting on one of the members of the tour group to get into her pristine whites, okay, family? And I'll let the tour guide, as we go through the dungeon, you can listen to him and he'll elaborate on just what exactly this structure is, okay, family? So remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when ZI23 is releasing a whole nother video, okay, family? And join the journey.
Cell, or the male punishment cell. But I personally call this cell the grave. It's a grave. There are no windows here. Have you seen any windows? There were 3 doors where we came from. First door, the second door, the third door. We have not been to the male dungeon. In the male dungeon were 1,000 African men. Don't let anyone tell you that the African men have fought back. It's a lie, it's a farce. The men did fight back. Because of that, the British architects designed a place like this. All the men who fought back in the dungeon were brought in here. There were 3 doors, the first door, the second door, the third door. So if you find back there to bring you here, the numbers of the African men that was brought here depended on the numbers that fought back. If there were 16, 18, 20, the British soldiers would bring all of them here. Then they would close all the 3 doors. The African men were here without food, air, light, and water till they all died. Any questions, please? Just a moment. The reason why we have these candles is to honor the ancestors back. They didn't have light in here. So I'm going to light candles. You touch the walls with your right hand, with your left hand. You hold the candles with your right hand. And you close your eyes, you meditate. For just 15 seconds. Just see everywhere. Everything. You can mention the names of your relatives, your families. So you touch it with your hand. Just allow yourself to reconnect with your ancestors. Close your eyes, please. You hug each other and you say positive words to each other. Black people love black people no matter what. And the part that is very important is that this is the part to not just reconnect, but it is a place to show love to each other, especially black people. So hug each other, tell you.
The ancestors left behind for us.
Look, you know why your hair is okay?
Now, Brad, for some of the last one, a towel.
Let's go, please. Watch your face.
Go away.
4, 5. Now, in each one there were 200 men. So that means 1,000 men in the male slave dungeon. Now, for 200 African men here, the only source of life to the earth up there was that hole there. Mosquitoes would come inside. Diseases such as malaria, cholera, diarrhea killed many of our ancestors in the dungeon. Male slave dungeons.
So this place, 200. There's a trench in the middle. Now this trench is where the men will eat and sleep. And this is where we eat and sleep.
Out for just 5 seconds. Okay. Any questions, please? Let's go this way, please. You see this bricks, right? You see that bricks? You see the bricks? You see that bricks? Nah, it's nearly impossible to see bricks. There. Have you seen it? Let me show you something. Let's go. This is the part that we all do not understand. Have you been to a Albania castle before? It's the same. This church is an Anglican church, but the Portuguese also built a Catholic church in the middle of the mill dungeon in Albania castle. Why did Europeans build churches? That small cell is where all the men in the mill dungeon who fought back were left to die. Some of them who fought back were left to die there. But those who got sick here were left to die there. And after they died, they were just dumped them in the ocean. This wasn't here. This is part of the traditions of the people of Cape Coast. However, this was right here before the construction of the castle began. But when the Europeans arrived, the local people relocated this to a different place. It was after the abolition that they decided to bring it back here. But there was a big tunnel here, very big tunnel. All the men in the middle dungeon were chained and shackled and forced through the tunnel to the door of the tunnel. We call that door of no return because that was the final exit of all the Africans in the dungeons. But this tunnel got sealed off. It got sealed off in 1834 to officially mark the abolition. And these are reefs of different visitors. The reefs were laid here by the Africans in the diaspora in order to pay respect to the ancestors who died in the middle slave dungeon. Barack Obama brought this one July 2009. Now the reason why the Obamas were here was because his wife, Michelle Obama, believed that her ancestors were through Cape Coast. So they came here July 2009 in order to honor the ancestors who died here. Any questions, please? Any questions, please?
Now let's come right here. There are 4 graves of 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is for a black man, a Ghanaian, an African. But the 3 graves are for Europeans. Now this black man's name is Philip Kwaku. He's from Cape Coast, Ghana. He was born here in 1741. He was not one of the Africans in the dungeons. No, not every African was enslaved in the dungeon. No, his name is Philip Kwaku. His father used to work for the British merchants. The name of his father is Obrepon Kojo, because of the connections his father had with the British. When he was 11 years old, the church recalled Society for the Propagation of the Gospel on top of the Mill Dungeon gave Philip Kwaku a scholarship to study theology at the University of Oxford. He was the first African to be ordained as an Anglican priest. He became a missionary, a priest in the church, a black man. He preached the gospel. He promoted the British form of education. He was born in 1741. Here, he died in 1816 at the age of 75 years old. Let me show you the 3 graves right place. Now, 1, 2, 3. Out of 4 black people, they are for Europeans. The governor of the castle, his wife, and one of the British Army officers. Now, the governor is called Captain George McLean. McLean was the governor of Cape Coast Castle from 1830 until 1844. In the Mill Dungeon, where we saw the shrine, the altar, I said it was a big tunnel. He sealed off the tunnel in 1834. Captain George McLean was born in 1801. He died in 1847 at the age of 46. Malaria killed Captain George McLean. And that's McLean's wife. Her name is Letitia Elizabeth London. She killed herself because she found out that her husband, McLean, was cheating. That's a rumor. Some claim that it was the black mistress of the husband who poisoned her. She was found dead mysteriously in the bedroom of the governor 2 months after she came here to visit him. She died at the age of 36 years old. The 3rd grave is for one of the British soldiers or an army officer. He was also a lawyer here in the castle. He died in 1812 at the age of 38 years old. We are unsure what killed C.B. Whitehead. Any questions, please? So let's go upstairs, okay? Let me show you the church. And let's see the residence of the governor's place. You saw the hall. In the Mill Dungeon, this is the hall we saw in the Mill Dungeon. This was the church. So the British would worship in the church. The same people come and stand right here and look at the men in the Mill Slave Dungeon. This is the part that we do not understand. Why was the church built on top of the Mill Slave Dungeon? Many years after the abolition, we made the church a children's library. But this was the church. The worship here and come in. We have 120 seconds here. If you have any questions, let me just bring comment.
So they use electricity or?
Yeah, we use electricity. So these were the last views, and this is where our ancestors made their last steps. The Americans never came back to Africa. But these roads were not here. The roads were brought here last year by the government of Ghana in order to support the fishermen there. Now what you see going on is the fishermen. These boats belong to the fishermen. The fishermen go out there, they bring the fish here, and the market women, the women from the market buy the fish from them, and they took them to the market for public consumption.